Land or Mega Video Land or whatever you're watching me on, maybe Yahoo, Google, MySpace Vids, who knows, Facebook. This is the first installment. I mean, we've been playing this fantasy, the Kush Bowl, the KBCS, the way, you know, that's what I like to call it. We've been playing it for 3 years now, 4, 5.
I don't think so. I think it's come to a point where
this is the first time, you know, I thought of this, but we're gonna have a weekly segment. You know, a weekly segment talking about spinning us around the KBCS. And first off, first topics right now, we're going to talk about the scores, and we have a couple of upsets. You know, Ari actually lost to Butter, and you know, this is a quote from a fan. You know, I was walking into the studio, and some guy told me, you know what Ari's probably thinking is, I can't believe it's not Butter. I can't believe it is Butter, because Butter took down the #1 seeded team. Not once, but twice, right? That's giving them 3 losses. The other losses, of course, to the Wombats. You know, we have orange uniforms. That's me. I'm anchor / owner, Wicked Wombats. His 3rd loss in the season, and I gotta tell you, out there in Vegas right now, there's probably rumbling and trembling. People are going nuts right now. Let's actually talk about, you know, my script here. It says, hey, can you zoom into the script right here? Right here. There's no pun intended, no. This is just with the script. This is what they told me to write. This is, right? The next part right here. Can you see it? Can you see it, everyone in TV land? I don't know if I'm getting a thumbs up from the... Yeah, there we go, thumbs up. Talking about Henry. And Henry, hey, good guy to hang out with. I love the guy. But when it comes to fantasy football, I can't take it. I can't take it because he'd be cheating. How many teams does he actually own? 4, 5, 6? I remember I'm not gonna lie, last year we cut a deal. That's how I made it to the playoffs. That's how you have to do it when he's commish. But this year it's fair. You're doing pretty good. He's actually, let me tell you a secret. He's 4-7. 4-7. Wanna know why? That's right, because the Wombats were here to play. The Wombats were here to play. That's right. Wait, what? I'm getting word right now. Hold on a sec. I just got a buzz on the text message. We might have #1 seeded Mateos in studio tonight. That's right, #1, because they go 9-2 after beating the Hitman tonight. So speaking about all these games, let's talk about the scores. 350, 265. That's right, Wombats over Pimps and Players. Maybe you should change those names to like Hookers and Johns or something. You know what I mean? Coffin Draggers finally pulled themselves out of the grave. They started out good. They're 4-2, went on like a 4-game losing streak. Now they're 5-6 after beating Frankie. Has anyone heard from Frankie? Anyone? He's like 1-10. Is he even in the league? He doesn't even do shout-outs or anything. Maybe we should get him over here in the studio. Next we have Butter, 358 to 332 over Ari. The Mateos beat Hitman and you know, in just a trouncing, 330 to 298. And I think the biggest upset other than the Butterman beating Rebel has to be the swag. Yes, the swag. You know, you should nod your head over there, cameraman. That's right, because the cameraman is our very own Douglas Yancey Funny. Over here, he lost 330 to 267. Oh, actually, 330 to 267. My point system's a little wrong. That makes him 5-6 after a promising. He beat me. That's it. That's his thing. He's been hanging over my head all year. Haven't been able to pass the Matsudas and this and that. He beat me this year, but he can't. Obviously, he can't pass the swag. The swag has too much swag for them. You know, pretty boy swag. Well, right now I want to actually watch this segment of NFL Primetime, so I'm gonna cut to commercial right now. All right, and we'll be back. But be back in like 3 commercials, 3 seconds. Who knows? We'll be back. Doesn't go in there. That's on my script.
Oh, wait till it comes shit out. I'm editing his script.
Oh shit, it's gonna be. Are we good? Are we on?
You look like that.
I look like what? So I just left the sweater on?
I don't know. Kind of look like a cross between a Mexican newscaster and a...
Aquí estamos, vivos! Are we live right now?
Yeah.
We'll all go there. And we're back. You know, after that commercial, I honestly, did we need a commercial? No. Are we live on TV? No, we're not, obviously. But I want to watch SportsCenter. TV's on. Why not watch SportsCenter? You know what? Let's just recap some do's and don'ts, some duds from last week. You know, I'm getting calls here and there saying, "Hey, Siley, my player didn't perform this week. You told me pick him up, trade for him." You know, I even effed myself up. I messed my team up. You know, the Wombats over here, in case you didn't notice, the ball's over here now, the helmet's over here. Yeah, that's right, the Wombats, we're everywhere. It's a Wombat Nation. Boom! You know, that's for you over there in TV land. In case you guys didn't see, it seemed like a trade went unnoticed. Alright? It was AJ Hawk for Michael Crabtree. And most people would have been like, hey, why do you want Crabtree? Because you know what? Because Troy Smith was hitting him. 3 weeks in a row he had a touchdown. You know what he gets me this week? 1 point. That's 1 point. Yeah, that's it. Everyone see? 1 point. Not even a 1.97. No, just 1, 0, 0. 1 point. And AJ Hawk gets him. That's 1.00 is 1 point. It's not 100. Mr. Cameraman over here, Mr. Funny in the background, wants to correct me. And then AJ Hawk doesn't do anything for the Butterman. Hey, I just want to let you guys know, Butterman beat Rebel again. Just throwing that out there. Just putting some salt in the wound, you know. And who else didn't do good? Can we throw out some names? Throw out some names. Who didn't do good for you guys? Randy Moss. Funny story. Kevin Cobb goes in like what, the 5th round, and when we're drafting, yes, that's the cameraman over there. Cameraman picked up Kevin Cobb, right? You know, and then he picks up Randy Moss. He's been with 3 teams this year. How many points has he got? Less than 30? Anyone else? Any other team? Any other players that didn't perform too well? Anyone else? You know, it's kind of Brady James. Guy's good. Guy's crazy. When he's on, he's on. But when he's off, no one knows where he's at. It's like, hey, Brady, you in the huddle? Yeah. Are you making tackles? No, then get the heck out of my team. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Douchebag. Sorry. Hey, FCC's going to see that. We're going to have to bleep that out later. Sorry about that. But it's douchebag. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. Big, no surprise here. 9-2, #1 seed. There's the playoff. You know, but this is the first time we see it. So let's recap. 06. You know, he's been playing all season. Doesn't make playoffs. 07. No playoffs. 08. I think he made a little wild card but losing the first round. Last year, gets first round bye, then loses next. That, to me, that's kind of sad. I can honestly say the only player that hasn't let loose his team, hasn't his password up, you know what I'm saying, drops. And hey, the hard pick, he's worse than he's run. But I agree. #2. That's right, we get another bye, that's right. One more time. And we're going to play in the championship against the Mateos, and we're going to win. We're going to win. Speaking of Mateos, his last name. Oh, some other guy's name Matsuda? That's Douglas Matsuda. A round of applause for Douglas Matsuda, that's right. Right now, and another commercial break. In 5 more minutes, count it, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to have Matsuda on the weekly segment of the League Blast. That's right, League Blast coming up. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for waiting. 2 commercials. 2 commercials. You know what that means? Advertising spots. Are we going to be making money? No. Who wants to advertise on this? Anyway, League Blast coming up. You know, it's a concept. You know, anyone seen the League? Seen a couple of shows? You know, the guy out in Las Vegas, he gassy about it, who told his brother about it. He told me, you know, it's kind of a little chain letter going around. So here we're going to do. It's going to be like somewhere up here. I'm going to try to suppose there's a corner right now, and we have our first of the season, first guest of the year, Doug Hansen.
Welcome to the first edition of Doug's League Blast. This will be a major shit-talking portion of the show, where I will be running down every team. Start first win. Duh boys, better known as Bernard's team. Frankie, your team sucks so bad I didn't know I could start anybody that way. Could have played a bunch of players on by, I still would have won. I can't recall. I think it may have been the coffin draft, maybe the first I played them. Once again, that was for them. I followed up with a win. I played the third win of the year over the Wicked Wombats. The Wombats. That's right, the Wicked Wombats. One more time, the Wicked Wombats. Following week, I had a very good challenge. The #1 team in the Mateos. You know, I lost to them, there's no shit. However, the following week, I lost to the Wicked Wombats. You know, it was out for us as far as our commissioner. Now, I can't believe the cheating allowed it to go by. This is the first year it's actually on right. The Mateos, after 4 years of basically getting flat offs. I'm not gonna lie, 2 years in a row, bashes and teams to make myself into the super team that I did. I mean, yeah, we are all now, but I'm telling you, we're the best line 16 out there. Same. This is the official last fight back to you.
And we're back. I'm not gonna do it 3 times. I heard that, last or the league last. I'm not gonna hit it 3 times. Alright, I did. Almost. Here we go. Last segment of the night. Maybe we'll add some more segments. We're ranking each team to come out tomorrow. The BCS, the KBCS. We'll be with our rankings. Everything's the same.